Marks, thank you for that introduction. I want to thank the American Cancer Society, Don Kiefer, who put a lot of energy in putting into a great evening tonight. All the volunteers have been part of this, and each and every one of you here that is really making an effort to help fight cancer and be part of this. And I thank all of you for doing that. I've actually known Dr. Marks before he became my oncologist. I played basketball with his oldest son when I was at Shadyside. I was a senior, Josh was a sophomore, and like myself and most of the other seniors on the team, we were football players playing basketball. We played that way. We played the old Big East style basketball where if you were in the paint, you're getting a shoulder, you're getting an elbow, but you're going to have to work for those 2 points. And we practiced the same way. And we took it out on the younger guys. Josh, being one of them, as a sophomore point guard, he probably got the worst of it. So as I fast forward and I'm going through my treatments, it's about after the 3rd or 4th round of chemo, and I feel terrible. I don't want to eat, I'm losing weight, my hair's gone, no energy, I just feel awful. And then that's when it hit me. Right there, Dr. Marks was trying to get back at me for all this practice. As it turns out, the following year, Josh actually led Shadyside to the state championship, and I like to think our practices helped prepare him to do that, just as the chemo helped me beat cancer. But overall, when I was first diagnosed, they told me, you're going to have to give up a year of your life and just focus on getting healthy again. And I knew I had to do that, and my family, they chose to assist me in that. And they gave up a year of their lives to make sure that I was going to be successful going through this battle. So I want to definitely honor and thank my parents, Rick and Carolyn Frederick. My dad's the gentleman over there. He's the one that's crying. In my family, we say you're sweating from the eyes. It's a little more masculine. Makes me feel better about myself. But no, honestly, thank you very much. I appreciate it. My mom, she became like an RN overnight, taking care of me after my surgeries. And I just really appreciate that. Thank you very much. My favorite all-time college basketball player is here as well. My little sister, Rachel. She started her career going to Ohio University. She was freshman of the year in the conference, and then her sophomore year, she led the conference in double-doubles, and she was team MVP. That summer is when I was diagnosed with cancer, and without hesitation, without even thinking about it, she said, I want to come back home, I want to be there, I want to help you out and support you through all of that. And she finished her career at Duquesne, scoring 1,000 points, starting every single game, and it wasn't really what you did on the court that I admire so much, but the way you conduct yourself off the court and the sacrifice you made for me. So Rachel, thank you very much for that. Best friend Sarah's here as well. They've been best friends through high school, and Sarah was actually going to Duquesne when Rachel transferred back, and she helped Rachel with that transition, and she really came to the hospital a lot while I was going through my treatments. And I went through a lot of drugs, and when she was coming in, I was starting to think, you know what, I think she has a crush on me. She got this in my head. I don't know what it was, but I remember after my surgery, when she was in the hospital one time, she was leaving, she said, Adam, if you need anything, give me a call. So I was like, there's a window, an opportunity, I'll pass it out. So the next day I called her, and the next day after that I called her, and I called her again. I talked to her every single day, and I'm excited to know that I'll be talking to her the rest of my life, because as Dr. Marks said, we're getting married in June. Our relation started when I was going through probably, well, it was the toughest part of my life. And for her to be there and support me just shows how beautiful she is both inside and outside. I'm really excited to be here tonight with the coaches here because there's always been a part of me that wanted to coach. I love stories about Vince Lombardi and Bear Bryant and John Wooden. I look forward to reading some of the stories that are going to be about the coaches we have here tonight. But whenever I had the opportunity to coach DeMatti, the head coach at Hampton's football team, asked me to coach the quarterbacks, I was so excited. He's a great coach. I love to do that. He didn't tell me they throw the ball like 2 times a game. We're working on that. It's going to change the But I remember our first conversation we had, and I asked him, hey, what do we have coming back? He said, well, our starter, he graduated last year. So what about the guys coming back? He said, well, they're young, and they have potential. So, all right, well, what's that mean? Basically means they have no experience. So I knew we were going to have our hands full, so we started working through the spring and through the summer, and we came to camp, and we were going through camp. Then we finally came to our first game, and it was underneath the lights. The other team's there. We have a crowd, mom and dad, all the girlfriends are out there. And I remember our starter going out there, and he knew what he was supposed to do. He said everything. He knew his plays, everything like that. We went out first series, and he fumbled a snap. The other team went down, scored. We got behind early, and we're sitting there thinking, does this kid have what it takes to be able to, lead our team and get us through this? Well, with the support of the coaches and the players, the seniors, and the other guys that had the experience, they rallied around him. He got better throughout the game. We came back and we won that first game. And then throughout the season, we saw our quarterback continually make progress. And a lot had to do with what he had inside of him wanting to get better, but a lot of it had to do with the coaches, and a lot to do with the other seniors, the other players to support him. And the reason I share that story with you is I really feel that my bout with cancer is very similar to that. Dr. Marks, Dr. McGow, who's my surgeon, they laid out what was going to happen for me. And I knew that. But until I actually went through it and had the reality of going through the chemotherapy, having the surgery, doing the rehab to strengthen my leg again, I didn't know what to expect. It was just like our quarterback, his first game underneath center. And it was because of his support, and it was because of the support of Dr. Marks and his staff, my family, my friends, people at church praying for me. It was because of all of them that I was able to have the strength to be able to get through it. Unfortunately, not everyone was able to come back and say they had a positive experience after the battle with cancer. And that's why tonight, nights like this where everyone's rallying together, supporting each other, supporting the victim, the patients, the people that need that support, raising the money, that's what this is all about. And I appreciate each and every one of you doing that. And I just hope that it just does not stop tonight, that we keep on making efforts going forward, whether writing a note to someone that you know that's going through it, or making a meal for their family. Those little things go a long, long way when you're going through a difficult situation like that. So I thank you for your efforts tonight. I thank you for the people in the future that are going to be able to have successful battles because of that. So, Overnight, thank you very much. I appreciate it.